As chairman of the Joint Special School Building Committee, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and in accordance with the governor's emergency order number 12 pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. However, in accordance with the emergency order, I am confirming that we are providing public access to the meeting by telephone with additional access possibilities by video or other electronic means. To access Zoom, please refer to the agenda or the city's website for the meeting link. To join by phone, dial 1-929-205-6099. Meeting ID 874-504-29188#. And the password is 679997#. In providing notice of the necessary information for accessing the meeting, we previously gave notice to the necessary information for accessing the meeting through public postings. Instructions were also provided on the city's Nashua's website at www.nashua.nh.gov and publicly noticed at City Hall and the Hunt Memorial Library. We're providing a mechanism for the public to alert the public body during the meeting if there are any problems with access. If anyone has a problem accessing the meeting via phone or channel 99, please call 603-821-2049 and they will help you connect. Adjourning the meeting if the public is unable to access the meeting. In the event the public is unable to access the meeting via the methods mentioned above, the meeting will be adjourned and rescheduled. Please note that all votes that are taken during the meeting shall be done by roll call vote. We'll start the meeting by taking attendance. When each member states their presence, please also state whether there is anyone in the room with you during this meeting, which is required under the right to know law, that you can hear us and that you're practicing social distancing. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Okay. Alderman Dowd.
Present. I can hear everyone, and I am social distancing in accordance with the governor's order, and I am here alone.
Okay. Alderwoman Harriet Gathright.
I am present. I'm alone. I can hear everyone, and I'm practicing social distancing.
Okay. Alderwoman Clee.
I am here. I am alone. I am practicing social distancing.
Alderwoman Liu.
I'm here alone. I can hear you, and I'm practicing social distancing.
Alderwoman Wilshire.
I'm here. I'm alone and practicing social distancing.
Ms. Bishop. Ms. Bishop, you're on mute.
I don't see her.
Yeah, I don't think she's here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that's Ms. Brown that's on mute. Okay, Ms. Brown.
I am also here, and I am in the room alone and practicing social distancing.
Okay. Ms. Giglio.
I am here. I'm practicing social distancing. My daughter is in the next room baking dessert.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll share.
We'll send a courier around.
Mr. Garino is here. I am alone in the room, and I'm practicing social distancing. Ms. Raymond.
I'm here. I'm in my dining room, so my children will undoubtedly wander in and out, but they will not influence any of my decisions.
Okay, also with us tonight, we have Mr. Smith. We have Mr. Ouellette, Mr. Dubois.
Yep, I'm here. Thank you.
Mr. Lamar.
Lemarier. I'm here.
I'm sorry. Lemarier. And anyone else? Mr. McLean, is he also with?
Oh, IT's IT.
He's IT. Okay. I believe I got everyone.
Okay, very good. We have a quorum. The previous meeting minutes If there is no objection, I will waive the reading of the minutes of the June 25th, 2020 meeting and place them on file. Seeing no objections. Remarks by remarks by the chairman. Thank you, everyone. We had to have this meeting to get things going on the two schools, as the summer will dwindle away if we don't. And I hope to have this meeting will be fairly short. So remarks by school administration. Mr. Smith, anything?
Good evening. No, nothing at this point.
Okay. Items for discussion, approval of invoices, architect's report. Harriman?
Hey, everyone. Good evening. The big update from a couple weeks ago is that we're continuing to progress.
Not very loud, Jamie.
Excuse me. Can you hear that? Hear me now?
Yep,
No?
sounds good.
I can unplug if I need to. So the latest update is that we are progressing on Penachuk. We're looking to issue design development drawings on the 16th of July, and I can't recall if that's next week or not. I believe it is. Yes, next Thursday. And we're also progressing on the new middle school and looking to issue schematic design drawings by the end of that same week. That's basically all I have for right now.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions for the architect? Seeing none. Ken, are you going to handle it for Harvey or Carl?
I'll let Ken take it.
Okay,
right.
Ken.
Thanks again for everybody for getting together tonight. This is definitely going to help us get going out on both sites. So we'll start, I think as Rick mentioned earlier, there's only one item for Fairgrounds Middle School tonight, and that's pertaining to the recommendation letter for the portable classrooms, electrical and fire alarm scope. There was only one bid for this scope, and that we are recommending Stellos Electric, Nashua, New Hampshire, for a total of $40,000.
Okay. So the motion, I need a motion to approve the contract for Fairgrounds for Stellus Electric in the amount of $40,000.
I'll make that motion.
Alderman Wilshire made the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, would the clerk please go? Oh,
Yeah, just a quick question.
sure.
I saw that that there was only one bidder, but I wonder is there any reason that there was only one bidder? Or do you not know why anyone else bidded?
Ken?
Rick, I'll take that.
Oh, okay. Carl?
Yeah, the reason being is I went with Stellos. They've been with us through this whole thing, working this project with us with Eversource. This is not the entire school. This is a portion of it for us to connect the portable classrooms. Drawings weren't available at the time. They helped me put the whole thing together, so they knew what the scope was and what the cost was. That's why we stuck with just them at this point in time. The electrical for the entire job is going to go out to bid. So this is just a small portion of it. All you have to do is get those portables up and running by August. We also have to coordinate with Eversource. So this is taking the power from the back power lines behind the school, setting up an exterior setup for power panels for Eversource to connect to, run the conduit underground, and connect the portables up so that we have lights and power.
Thank you.
Stellus has a long history working with the school department. They're one of the best electrical contractors in the area. So any other questions? Seeing none, would the clerk please call a roll? When not on mute.
I'm unmuted. I'm sorry. On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
the motion carries.
Okay, we're all set then. And by the way, Sean, I'll sign these and get them to you and all the things we're doing tonight. I should be in your area tomorrow. You around? Good. Okay, Ken?
All right, thank you. Moving over to Pennachuck, as Alderman Dowd noted before, we do have a utility work package that we put under one cover. This is for the scope that is actually part of the new middle school next spring. But while we're on site performing the security upgrade scope, it's going to allow us the opportunity to perform this utility work while we're there and while students aren't in school. So this is it's a great opportunity for us to get some of this work underway and get us ahead of schedule when we start next spring on the middle school renovation project. So I guess the first item on this package is the logistics plan, and then there is a breakdown of all of the costs associated with this scope of work. Alderman Dowd, would you like to go through each line, or do you want to just approve the total?
Just mention the cost of each line and who the sub is, and then the total.
Understood.
All of the bids are attached, and I'm sure that people done their homework. They've looked at them, and if they have any questions, they'll bring them up.
Okay. The first subcontractor that we're recommending as part of this work is for the Comcast relocation fee. That's of course going to Comcast for a total of $2,470. The next contractor that we're recommending for this work is Consolidated Electric. This is laying down the conduits and the pull strings for Eversource for a total of $3,700. There's also work for the temp electrical pole and wire installation. That is by Eversource. There's no cost as part of this package. The next item is the fiber relocation costs in the existing building. This is FOST. This is the fiber optics company for a total of $6,960. The electrical conduit installation is by Liberty Electric for $14,100. All site work, excavation, backfill for conduits, water line, pavement patching, anything related to site is being recommended to Pichette Brothers for a total of $193,556.25. They were the low bid for that work as well. And we also have some Harvey supervision items within this budget built out. So if anyone has any questions about any item in particular, let me know and I'll be happy to run through it.
So the total after all the fees is $269,048.02.
Correct.
Are there any questions on any of these sub bids? No? Carl?
Sorry, trying to find the unmute button. Just for the folks that were on the joint special and the folks at home, most of this work is utility company work, so there is no competition per se. So Comcast, Consolidated, FOS, all of those are utility company work. We did bid out the site work, and we did bid out the electrical conduit work. So, and what you see in front of you is the low bidders that we have for the evening. Thank you.
Okay, any additional questions? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll? Oh, I need a motion to approve the utility relocation cost for Pennachuck in the amount of $269,048.02.
I'll make the motion. Oh,
All right, I think I heard Linda just by a hair. So Alderman Linda Harriet Gottfried made the motion. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, would the clerk please call a roll?
Okay, on the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
All right, yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. Ken?
Thank you. So sticking with Penachuk, I'll jump into the next 6 packages are going to be the remainder of the subcontractors that will be required for the summer work and the security vestibule. So we'll run through those right now. And if anyone has any questions, just feel free to stop me. The first bid package is for the masonry work at Penachuk. We only had 1 bid submitted due to contractor availability, excuse me. And that we're recommending Mascon Corp of Laconia, New Hampshire for a total of $6,650.
Okay. Do we want to go through these one at a time? So, all right, the letter of recommendation is for masonry to Mascom Corporation, Laconia, New Hampshire, the amount of $6,650. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Heather? Yes. All right. Mrs. Raymond made the motion to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes. Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Mrs. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. Ken?
The next bid package is for the miscellaneous metals package. We're making a recommendation to Ace Welding of Merrimack, New Hampshire for a total of $1,995.00. There were 3 bids solicited for this package, and they were the low bid.
Okay. Need a motion to approve the miscellaneous metals for the Penachuk School to Ace Welding of Merrimack, New Hampshire in the amount of $1,995.
So moved.
Alderman Lou, I believe, right?
Sorry.
Okay, Alderman Lou made the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
All right. Ken?
The next bid package is for the flooring contract. There were 3 bids solicited for this package, and the recommended bidder was Gorman Thomas. They are the low bid. They're out of Manchester, New Hampshire, and the total value of the contract is $6,200.00.
Okay. Need a motion approving the Penachuk Middle School flooring contract to Gordon Thomas of Manchester, New Hampshire in the amount of $6,200.
So moved.
Mrs. Brown made the motion to accept. Any discussion? Seeing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Okay, excellent. Ken?
The next big package is framing and drywall. This is being awarded to VPS Drywall, or recommended for VPS Drywall out of Nashua, New Hampshire. There was only 1 bid submitted, and this is due again to contractor availability in the summer. The total value is $6,289.00.
Okay, I need a motion to approve for Pennachuck Middle School acceptance of a proposal for framing and drywall to VPS Drywall LLC of Nashua, New Hampshire in the amount of $6,289.
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Raymond. Any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. Ken?
Okay, the next package is for painting. This is the only package where we didn't have the low bidder, but during scope reviews with the contractors, it was noted that Noonan Brothers Painting did have a more complete package carried. They were only the higher bid than by about $300. We did include an allowance for touch-up work that's not shown, but may be required in the school to tidy things up. So the total contract value being recommended for Noonan Brothers is $3,300.00.
There's always punch lists, especially with painting. I need a motion to authorize the acceptance of the proposal for painting at Pennachuck Middle School to Noonan Brothers Painting of Manchester, New Hampshire in the amount of $3,300.
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Giglio. All right. Any discussion? Giglio, I should know that.
Yep.
Okay. No discussion. Would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. Ken?
Okay, and the final package being recommended tonight is for the electrical work for the Pennachuck Middle School security upgrades for the summer 2020. There were 2 bids solicited, and we did recommend the low bidder, Liberty Electric from Salem, New Hampshire. Total value, $24,500.00.
Okay, I'll need a motion to accept the proposal for electrical work at Pennachuck Middle School by Liberty Electric of Salem, New Hampshire in the amount of $24,500.
I'll make that motion.
Alderman Lou made the motion to accept the proposal. Any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. Ken, anything else?
That concludes the recommendations for tonight, but there are many more to come. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. I see approval of pre-approved subcontracts. Is there, Sean, that in your ballpark or who's?
Sorry, I had to unmute here. Yeah, so just to remind everybody, sometimes during a construction job, issues come up that require a little quicker response than our monthly or special meetings. We had 2 of these since our last meeting. So the chairman of the committee is allowed up to $50,000 per incident. And there were 2, and they were in your package. One was for electrical demolition at Fairgrounds Middle School, and that went to Stellos Electric of New Hampshire, not to exceed $20,000. And we just ask that the committee go along with that.
Okay. Sean, oh, I'm sorry, hit the wrong one. Yep, okay. So just want to verify approval that was made by the chairman of myself of the joint special for award for electrical demolition as time material to Stellus Electric in the amount of $20,000, not to exceed $20,000. On the not to exceed contracts, by the way, they're authorized up to that. That doesn't mean they spend that much, just that the proposal figures that it'll be under that. Carl, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it's important just to point out, Mr. Dowd, that the reason for this, we wanted to.
Whoop, you went on to mute.
Sorry, I went on to mute somehow. I'm not touching anything. I think it's important to point out to the folks here with us tonight and the folks at home, the reason for this. As you're all aware, you previously approved the demolition contractor to get started. And we're trying to get a jump start this summer so that we can get things back to normal for the school. Can't really start demolition without cutting and making safe all of the electrical and mechanical components in order to get in and do the demolition. So this was awarded on a time and material basis to do that work while this work is being bid out, because you probably won't see that award until the 23rd. So we would have lost an entire month. So thank you folks for approving this.
Yeah, it's one of these that's the expedient to make sure that we capture as much of the summer as possible. It seems to be dwindling away, and I think it just started. Any questions? So again, this is to verify the electrical demolition time material contract to Stellus Electric of Nashua on a not to exceed $20,000. Would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes, Ms. Raymond.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0. The maker of the motion was, I'll put down Mr. Dowd. I didn't know who made the motion.
Yeah, these are things that have been approved, so I'm just asking for verification from the joint special.
Yep. So I just wanted to clarify that.
And there's one more. Sean, do you want to take it and?
Sure. Same circumstance within Alderman Dowd's authorization. This one is for mechanical demolition to Eckhart and Johnson of Hooksett, New Hampshire, and the not to exceed amount of $10,000. As Carl Dubois indicated earlier, this is necessary to get a jump start on working in the office and the vestibule area, and various mechanical pieces had to be disabled to allow that to happen.
So the motion is to verify the recommendation of the chairman to authorize the mechanical demolition to Eckhart and Johnson of Hooksett, New Hampshire, in the amount of not to exceed $10,000. Any questions? Seeing none?
So,
Yes? Alderman
no,
Lou?
I said so moved because
Oh.
I thought you were looking for that. Just trying to be helpful.
Okay. Because technically they've already been given the okay to go ahead. It's just they bring it up here to verify it, and if there were any questions to amplify the answers. So would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes, Ms. Raymond.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, do you want to take care of Allied?
Yes, so this one, Allied Universal, is our security integrator contractor for the school system. They are their predecessors. The firms have been bought and sold a few times. Been serving us for about 6 years, very successfully. So this is to do the security work at Fairgrounds Middle School. Involves installing some new cameras. A large part of the work is moving the, I'll call it the nerve center of the operation to our new MDF room, which is code for computer room. So additional cameras, they're going to be putting security equipment on the portable classrooms and some card readers so the staff can come and go. And that comes to a total of, fast forwarding here to the end, excuse me a second, $69,894.11. And I ask that the committee approve that.
Okay, so the motion is for the security aspects of the Pennachuck Middle School and the amount of $69,894.11. Do I have a motion to accept the proposal? Oh, Mrs. Raymond.
Yes, so moved.
Mrs. Raymond made the motion. Is there any questions? Sean, those are HD cameras, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely, yep.
Okay. All right. If there are no other questions, clerk, please call the roll.
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
All right. Thank you very much. Now that takes care of the invoices. I'm sorry, the contracts. Now the invoices. Mr. Smith.
Okay, pretty light at this point because we just had a meeting a couple weeks ago, but we did get invoices from Harriman for the new middle school, the amount of $92,140.80. For Fairgrounds Middle School, $95,290.35. And for Pennachuck Middle School, $70,784.74. Those all total $258,215.90.
Okay, so I need a motion to approve paying the invoices to Harriman A&E in the amount of $258,215.89 and to RFP Environmental in the amount of $1,642.50 for a total of $259,858.39. Who would like to make that motion? Mrs. Raymond?
I'll make it. Did you need it to be two separate or one motion?
No, this is all on your invoices. This is all one.
Okay, I move that we pay the invoice as referenced by Mr. Dowd.
Okay, that's in the amount of $259,858.39. Any discussion? Alderman Wilshire.
That's not the number on my agenda. Was there an update to the agenda?
Yes, sent out today, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not $258,215.90.
Sean?
No, it's not. It's what wasn't included on the agenda was the RPF environmental invoice for $1642.50. That brings it to the total that Alderman Dowd spoke of $259,858.39.
Yeah. When that happens, and it's kind of last minute this time around, I've been trying to have either Donna or I just lost her name in the school department.
Sharon.
Flag everyone on the committee that there's been a change, so there's no surprises. Typically, we don't like to have it in the last minute, but Anyway. Okay, so the motion needs to be approved. So would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes. Ms. Raymond,
Yes.
motion carries 9-0.
Thank you. And we'll pay those, have Mr. Donovan pay those. Let's see, that takes care of the invoices. So comments by committee members, any comments that anyone would like to make this evening? Alderman Clee? Oh, and Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just, it might have just been an error on my part, but when we were talking and we were approving the safety and security from Allied University, I wrote down just in my notes here that it was for a Penachuk of $69,894.11. And I know it's for fairgrounds. I just wanted to make sure that
I'm sorry, fairgrounds, you're right.
Okay, so I just want to make sure for the record that we approved this for Fairgrounds Middle School and not for Penachuk.
So whoever's keeping the minutes, it needed to be reflected as fairgrounds, and the proposal definitely says right on the front page.
Right.
Fair.
It actually does, and that's why I went back. I was like, wait a minute here. So thank you. I just wanted. I thought maybe I missed it. So thank you.
All right. Any other, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, it's just for everybody's information. Of course, the state of New Hampshire has a thing called state building aid. I don't know the status of that, if that's going to be fully funded or not, but there's a requirement that we get a package into the state by July 1st. And we made that by a nose, I think. I would say I was at 4:45. I was at the post office sending out registered mail. I did verify it was received at the state. In the literature that accompanied that, Nashua stands to get 40% of construction funds. So it's not 40% of the entire project, but just the construction money, i.e. primarily what Harvey Construction will be doing for us. Again, don't know what sort of money that's going to result in, but at least the paperwork has been submitted and we're good for now.
Before anybody spends that goes back in the general fund to offset the bond. Just saying. Any questions about what he just relayed? And by the way, thank you, Sean. I know it was a lot of work to put that multiple page document together in the time frame that you had, and had to get data from both Harvey and Harriman and plug all that into that form, which is not an easy task. Alderman Clee?
Thank you, and I wanted to thank Sean for all that work too, because I know how hard it was. I know when we were working on it at the State House and trying to make sure that we did all this stuff, I know the hoops that they were going to make everybody jump through. So Sean, I know you had your work cut out for you, and thank you very much for all that you did. And 4:45 is still before the deadline, so thank you very much.
Yeah, it was verified from the person in Concord that it was received, which is really good.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments, anyone from the board? No?
Yes.
Yes,
I'd like to thank you, Alderman Dowd, for being available to take care of these authorizations in our absence, because it's nice to know that a few things can be done quickly to try to get as little impact as possible on the students.
Oh, I could tell you stories, and so could Mr. Dubois and Mr. Smith, about when we were building the high schools. If the chairman didn't have that authority, we'd still be building them.
Thank you. I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's usually at the last minute, and authorizing and making sure that we've got the right bid and the right price and all that. So, but done a few of them over the years, and probably more years than I want to admit. But anyway, so that's good. We don't need a non-public. If there's nothing else, do I hear a motion? Nobody wants to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Mr. Carino makes the motion to adjourn. Would the clerk please call the roll?
On the motion, Alderman Dowd,
Yes.
Alderwoman Harriet Gathright,
Yes.
Alderwoman Clee,
Yes.
Alderwoman Lou,
Yes.
Alderwoman Wilshire,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Gilio,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino votes yes, Ms. Raymond.
Yes.
Okay,
Motion 9-0.
we're adjourned at 7:40 p.m.